Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Black Clover episode 39. So, last time we had the kind of like not really an in-between episode because some important stuff happened, but a little bit of like aftermath to what happened with that whole arc that went on. And now they used Asta's sword to remove the thing blocking like magic being used on their memories for a couple of the bad guys they captured like another arc ago, and now they know who the traitor is, and it's seemingly the way the king worded it is it's one of the captains. So I had my theories and speculations last episode in the discussion of who it could be, but let's get into this episode and find out who it actually is. Alright guys, we're gonna get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I think, I think I was looking at Black Clover, okay. I realized that I'm wearing the same shirt as last week when I watched this. I swear, I washed these clothes, I just don't have a lot of shirts. I'm gonna be getting more shirts soon, though. I'm sure you guys are used to it by now, I'm sure it's not the first time that happened. Oh. What? Recap stuff? Yep. Okay, 50. I don't think we had that actual number before. Yep. Okay. Okay. He's recapping for everyone there too. Alright. That freaking creepy guy. My theory was it's that dude in the mask that just like chuckled a little bit just because he's the newest. Does Asta already know? The way he said that, he didn't say, why would one of you do that? He said, why would you do that? So Asta might already know who it is. Interesting. Hey, we still have the same opening. I predict it's, like, gonna change soon. Like, I don't think it has to. A lot of anime go a lot longer without changing their opening. But, yeah, this is the same, right? I think so. Yeah, it's the same. They don't have to change, but this show's been really good about, like, almost every arc they do it. So I guess it's still wrap up for the previous arc, so I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't change for another episode or two. Or they'll make this one last a little longer. I love the song, so I'm okay with it. I'm kind of waiting, though. A lot of the times when I grab a thumbnail image that I usually use for, like, a whole arc or until the opening changes again is kind of like my pattern. I'm waiting for the new opening so I can grab a snapshot image from that for the thumbnail background. Oh, shit. Here we go. Well, that was kind of predictable because he was the one brought in last episode that I don't remember ever seeing. And he's like a foreigner, isn't it? I would have been a lot more what the fuck if it was like someone we knew, but unfortunately it's a trope with anime. When you bring in a character that you haven't seen before, usually that means they're the ones. I'd imagine they wouldn't be able to lie. But what if they were told something different to tear up the ranks of the captains? What if they were told that this guy's a traitor, but he's really not? He's gonna run. So he didn't teleport, he's just invisible. Oh, all spells would go right through him. What about physical attacks? What? Okay, they must be able to, unless I can sense it, they must be able to kind of see these guys. Huh. Yeah. It's gonna be rough. Oh, his key! This guy has too much confidence in himself to not get taken down right here. Or not. Very soon. It's Asta! How did he know? Did he detect it with ki? And then his sword canceled the magic. But not his ki, yep. Technically, Yami's sword isn't magical, he just imbues his magic through it, though, right? So Yami could have handled it. Jeez. Asta's already in another fight. Oh yes, the second sword. This guy. What this time? Oh shit. What? Paint magic? Oh, that's trippy. Oh, I don't like that. Jeez. Alright. Sure. Easy as that? What? They like Han Solo'd him. Almost. Who the hell just busted out of there? I feel like that'd be Yami. Oh, okay, it's just all of them. Jeez, this guy. We have to at least strike a pose. I want to see her fight someday. Just being asleep the whole time. Freaking Charlotte. We haven't seen what this guy can do yet. Oh, the king's got some magic out, right? So Asta's 15. We probably knew that. I just forgot. That's such an easy transition. Maybe friends with the captain? Okay! Alright. I imagine he is the traitor just because he ran, right? Like, they could have easily searched his memory and proved that he wasn't a traitor if it was true. Shit. Oh, okay. He might be a good fit for the Black Bulls. Okay. Ah. Okay, so he was a traitor. Good. I was pretty sure he was, but just the way they said, like, they worded it specifically that, like, in these guys' memories, you are, so I was thinking, but what if their memories were manipulated or they were just told the wrong thing? Alright. Filter out any more traitors. Whoa. Yeah, which one was actually him? What? Hmm. Yeah. We gonna learn a little more about that? Right. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. I thought the way they said it was their master would be released earlier on, but maybe being released and being reborn is kind of like the same idea to them. Hmm. Damn. Jeez. Yep. Alright. Well, at least he's already suspecting. What? More of this. Jeez. What's up with that? Who cares? Damn, he got a grimoire when he was older. Either that, or he's just a very tall, buff 15-year-older whenever Asta got his. I guess he... I don't know, he's pretty jacked. Hmm. Oh, nice. So he's a captain at this point. This is cool. I guess he could just be a jacked, like, that young. However young Asta was when he got his. I don't know how old you have to be to get your grimoire. I thought it was like a coming of age when you hit a certain age, like all the kids went there and got theirs, you know? I guess it's possible he's Asta's age. He's just really jacked. I guess Asta's jacked too. He just wears a lot of clothes so you don't see it all the time. Yeah, that's true, yeah. I convinced myself. Nice. So he has a lot of respect for the king. Hmm. Damn. Alright. he... Oh my god. He saluted so hard. Alrighty. I guess clowns can get nervous too. Yeah, he had a similar childhood to Yami. Nice. Cool. That was awesome. Oh. So how many of the Black Bulls are going to be going? All of them? That'd be interesting. Oh my god, Noel. That guy. What the hell is that thing? They're all just freaking out. Oh my god. uh. Oh, it's okay. It's a floaty thing. Whoop. What? Who dat? Who was that? Alright. That was a great episode. There's a couple things I want to go back and look at. I know I do this all the time, where I go back and look at things, but I wasn't paying too much attention, honestly, because I didn't think anything was happening, and then suddenly it was just the, I can't remember his name, the copy guy from the Third Eye. And the way he said it makes it seem like even if I go back and look, I'm not going to know who it was. But, I mean, they've limited our options, right? It can't be the guy that got captured in the painting, because he's captured unless he somehow escaped right after. And it can't be Yami, because Yami went with the king after the meeting, and we saw that guy untransform, so... So what did he... Was he able to, like, capture one of the captains in order to hide them? I don't know. Interesting. Alright, so that's probably gonna be it. Yes, it is. Alright, so... First off, real quick, I want to go back and look at that scene really fast, because I feel... Okay. Alright, so... Tell them to check on their squads. Alright. They all saluted. Whoa. What was that shot? I want to look at that shot again. It had an overview shot right before it cut to him of everybody. Let's try to... Okay. So we have Silva, the praying mantis guy, Charlotte, sleeping girl, the kid, and the Golden Dawn leader. That's everybody except Yami and the guy that got captured, right? Yeah. Okay. So they were all there anyway. Alright. And then it shows a shadow in the transformation undoing. Huh. Yeah, so we don't really have much clue Huh. Interesting. So, I guess, because I'm trying to think of, like, why would one of the captains not show up if he could impersonate one of them? And the only thing I can think of is if he, like, tied him up or captured him or something. But if that was the case, then right when they get free, wouldn't they say I was tied up? And then they're like, no, you're at the meeting. And then they're like, oh, and be suspicious? But he said now no one's going to be suspicious for a while. Unless he was that black market captain guy. And he managed to get out. And he's saying now no one's going to be suspicious for a while because another captain is really the traitor. I don't know, man. That's crazy. Well, they seeded that in there. I feel like eventually they have to reveal what that is. I don't know when they're going to do it, though. Damn. Yeah, so really, I mean, the only ones I'd say are safe are Yami, right? Because he was at the thing. And I was thinking the guy they keep calling Ham, but I guess he could have just escaped. But once again, if he escaped, that would have put people on alert, wouldn't it? And they would have been like, what happened? I don't know. I guess I'll just have to wait for them to explain it. Huh. Alright. There was another scene I wanted to go back to and look at real fast before I really get into the discussion. That way we can get all this over with and then really get to the discussion. But I'm not sure what it was. Shit, now I can't remember. They talked about the mission and the quest and everything, yep. A little bit of more backstory on Yami and... I don't know. Alright, well... I guess I'm just gonna forget about it. I don't know. There was something that I wanted to look at that I kind of like skimmed over a line that I realized might have been more important, and now I can't remember. Anyway, okay. Well, regardless of all that, for this episode, it was really good. I enjoyed it. We had the reveal that it was the Ham guy that was a traitor, and at first I was like, well, maybe he's not, and those guys just think it is. Like, I kind of explained this enough, but to go into a little bit more detail, I was thinking, what if Licht just told these two, like, followers of his that, or told, like, all of his followers that the traitor is that guy, when it really wasn't, you know? That way, if any of them got captured, they'd have the spell blocking their memory, and if that happened to get undone, they would just have the wrong memory of who the traitor is. But they scanned his memory, and, that's another thing. They scanned his memory, and they said that it can't be beaten, that memory scan for the Ham guy, which means unless his copy transformation magic lets him copy all the memories of everything that guy's done in his entire life, then I don't think it was the Ham guy that he copied into. So that's just further to further that. But okay. But yeah, that guy ended up being the traitor. It wasn't a big surprise to me, just because last episode he was my number one suspect. I was like, okay, I don't remember ever seeing this guy before. He just entered during this captain's meeting. It was the first time I've ever seen him. I don't think he was at the where they picked people to join the squads, you know, where Asta got picked for the Black Bulls. I don't think he was there. Maybe he was, and I just don't remember. But I feel like this was the first time seeing him, and I was like, okay, so they bring up a traitor, and then they introduce a new character. Typically, in shows, when they do that, it's the new character that's a traitor. So that was my thought process, and then it ended up being him, so... But But yeah, that was interesting. Now we have the issue with the copy magic guy again too. So I don't know what the deal is with that either. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we got into a little bit of Yammy's backstory when they were going into this quest stuff. We learned that he was a foreigner and people didn't really like him because of it, you know. And so he had a harsh upbringing and all that. But we learned a little bit more that he didn't really care. He just thought he was going to be alone forever. But then the king at the time he was just a captain, showed up and seemingly recruited him, I think, right? That's what it seemed like there. So that means Yami worked directly under the king who is now the king. When he was a captain, he worked under him. So that's pretty awesome. And now Asta is working under Yami, so it's almost like a little bit of a legacy thing going on there for Asta, who wants to become the Wizard King. He's being, you know, kind of helped by Yami, who was trained by the current Wizard King, you know. Kind of reminds me of, in a way, a very subtle reminder of, like, Naruto, where a previous Hokage will have trained the youngsters that either trained one of the other Hokages or became one of the Hokages themselves, you know, in that kind of, like, legacy thing, so it's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, that little backstory bit was cool, and seeing a younger Julius, I think is how you say his name. It's like, it's spelled Julius, but I think it's kind of like that thing where the J is more pronounced as like a Y or something, or just silent, because I'm pretty sure the way he said it was Julius, you know, that's what it sounded like he said it when the Yemi said his name. But yeah, seeing him younger was pretty cool, and just as a captain, he hasn't changed much. He was always interested in magic, so yeah, that's neat. And then this new mission I guess we also got more information on the tablet too, which was cool. We had the tablet being shown and talked about. They now know more about it. I guess they knew of its existence because when Asta got kidnapped, they saw it, because they even referred to that here. But now they have more info on it. They said when they collect all the stones, they believe that they'll be reborn with, like, more pure magic. It almost seems like there's, like, a root of magic, and by doing this, they get closer to it and more powerful. Now, I could have sworn they talked about having someone be reborn when the Eye of the Midnight Sun first talked about it a long time ago. I can't remember exactly their words. Maybe I misinterpreted it back then, but it seemed like someone or something was going to be reborn. But I talked about this a little bit in the reaction, but maybe if the idea of they're going to get so much more powerful by doing this, it will be essentially like them coming back. Like, maybe Licht, like, used to have insane power and it got sealed away. We already know he has more power than he had and it got sealed, because we saw the seal get broken when Asta hit him and then they had to reseal him. But what if he gets even more power when that thing happens, and that's who they consider to be their, you know, true master, is when Licht becomes his former self, you know? It could be something like that. I still kind of hope it's like some, like, big badass, like, maybe person or ancient evil type thing, like maybe one of the demon things we see that the first Wizard King took down. I don't know what those are up to, or if they're even still in the world, you know, but I think it would just be cool if it was like some big ancient evil rather than just like a big power up for Licht, you know. So I guess we'll see when that time comes, but that was interesting getting a little more info on that. And then we had the mission that they're going on. So we have the setup for the next arc, which is cool that we're going right into another arc. The show is fantastic about not doing too much filler. Like, even these last couple episodes, I wouldn't even consider filler, you know? Because they're so important with the Traitor stuff and the copy magic guy and stuff like that. They're more of aftermath stuff, you know? But I'm just so used to the format of, because I've been watching Boruto, you know? I'm 120-something episodes into Boruto, and that show does an arc and then has like 3 or 4 extra episodes in between that don't really have any relevance to any kind of main story. And then they have like a side arc that doesn't have anything to do with the main story. And then they have a couple more filler episodes. And then maybe we'll get into another like main arc. But sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes it's a completely different like side arc that we go into. But, I mean, I do enjoy them in Boruto, don't get me wrong, but it just kind of feels good to keep progressing on the same story with Black Clover. For a long-running anime, I feel like they do a pretty good job at keeping the story going in one linear fashion, you know? But yeah, they're going to be going there trying to get this magic stone, and, the Black Bulls have one too, don't they? They didn't clue in when they talked about these magic stones. I guess the bird had it, right? I don't know whatever happened to it now, like, after the bird brought it with them. Because I remember the Eye of the Midnight Sun saying, well, the Black Bulls have it, we'll let them hold on to it for now until it's time that we need it. So, but, anyway. Yeah, so they're going to this crazy magic zone that they said pretty much no one would be able to get into unless they had Asta's anti-magic, which is interesting because how would the Eye of the Midnight Sun get there? I mean, I guess he said you'd pretty much not be able to get there, but I guess he didn't really say, like, no one ever would be able to get there, you know? Because you would think, like, if no one ever could get there without Asta's anti-magic, you would think the safest place for that stone would be where it is, you know? I wonder if we'll ever find out that stone was placed there, like, purposely because of how safe of a place it is. Or, like, if they want to get this, they're going to have to go into this, like, super dangerous zone. I just hope that this isn't going to be some bullshit that's, like, Asta chops away at some kind of, like, magic barrier keeping them out and letting them in, and then the Eye of the Midnight Sun just follows behind them. I hope it doesn't go for that kind of trope. Because I always hate that when it's like the heroes are trying to do good in the story, but they end up creating an opening for the bad guys to do bad, you know? And I just hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, good episode. I'm looking forward to learn more about who the copy magic dude turned into and all that stuff. But we also had that random shot of the girl at the end, who I imagine is going to come into the story somehow. Asta's probably gonna somehow save her or something, but I don't know what the meaning of her's gonna be. Like, it's not like I don't, unless someone somehow lives in this area. Maybe it's someone when they're at the beach before they actually go into the area. That's like, oh, a family member of mine went searching for this, you know, went out there and got lost or something, and Asta was like, I'll bring him back, you know. I don't know. Could be something like that. But, I don't know. That's my only theory. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it from me. Good episode. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you have yet to do that already. And also check out my Patreon where you can see a couple episodes ahead for this show. A couple episodes ahead for a few of my other shows, or most of my other shows unless it's an airing one. And my Patreon exclusives where I'm watching The Boys and Soul Eater. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.